So funny enough, after I did my last video on NFT scams on social media, a guy actually reached out to me on Instagram asking if he could buy my NFTs. I went along with this since I thought it would be an interesting example to document and show you guys how it can look when someone is trying to scam you as an artist and offer to buy your work as NFTs. The funny thing is that we don't even share our own art there. We showcase other creators' artworks and promote it. So we share a lot of content from digital artists all around the globe. He wanted to buy something he thought was, one person's artwork. And well, I agreed, and he said that he will be back with works that he liked and I could make NFTs of them. So after a while, he returned and he offered to buy 9 artworks for a whopping 30 ETH. And 1 ETH is approximately $3,000.
What?
So that would be almost 100K he would offer me for 9 NFTs that weren't actually even ours. This was really hilarious, of course, but I still went along and asked if he was sure about the amount, if he had counted correctly and so on. And I just thought that I would wait and see where he wants to direct me. And he said that yes, this is the amount he wants to offer me. And what I need to do is to mint the works as NFTs on a certain platform, and he would then buy it from me. We had a little discussion on and off about the fees, about the gas fees. I told him that it has to be taken in account, and he then claimed that minting an NFT is around 1.5 ETH or something, which also is not at all the case. If you mint an NFT on some of the big platforms that are out there that are safe and secure, you will pay maybe around $5 to $10 a piece, depending on when you are minting it, because the value of Ethereum goes up and down a lot, and it depends on weekdays and so on. So anyhow, this amount was also ridiculously high. So if you really hope you get 100K for your artworks as NFTs, it might be tempting to pay $300 up front because you will get more. But this is certainly not the case with these guys, right? So he deleted his account right afterwards, but when I looked at his profile, he claimed to be an artist. He had a couple of hundred of followers, which is not hard to do at all, especially if you buy them, which you can. And he had some very generic images with charcoal and watercolor. So it was quite easy to see it was not genuine artwork. And there was no comments on the artworks as well. So he clearly did not have any engagement on his account. It looked really spammy. So anyhow, he linked this site in the DMs for me, and it was a site that I have never heard of. So one thing you can do if you get approached, just Google the most common platforms there are out there. We have Super Rare, we have Foundation, we have Object, we have OpenSea, we have Maker's Place. It's a handful really. So if you do a little bit of research, you will find out that the site the scammers are pointing to that they want you to upload your NFTs on are not really one of the common sites in the marketplace at all. So let's continue to see what this site contains and how it's built. We have some NFTs here, obviously, on the front page, and we could click it and there will be a collection of NFTs, and then we have a category and recent NFT items. It looks kind of legit, right? So let's explore collections. If we start with photography, we can see that there's not really much photography here. So let's continue, and we have other categories as well as art, music, sports, etc. And as you can see, so many of the images are the same. It's not even, that much NFTs on this site, right? So this is, a red flag. If this is not a live marketplace with many images, many categories, a lot of participants, artists putting their NFTs up. So let's continue to check a user. So Bored Ape Yacht Club, this is obviously to trick you because this is a really famous collectible that has been gaining huge traction, and those apes are selling for hundreds and thousands of dollars. So if you Google this user, you could see right away that they are not on this platform. So let's take a look at the prices, and 50 ETH for a heartfelt circle. I mean, here you have to think about any art auction platform, any art selling. If this was an established artist and he sold a drawing or some kind of painting or illustration of a heart like this, would a price for $3,000 be a reasonable price for it?
No.
The answer is, of course, no, it wouldn't. I mean, I know that many have heard that the price points at NFTs are insane, but it's no different than an art market in general. You have to be a well-known artist, you have to have a name for yourself, you have to have an audience, you have to be active on social media, and so on. So if it looks like this and there's a person that doesn't exist anywhere else, that doesn't have any links to social media and so on, it's, this is a red flag too, clearly. So let's go back to the main page again. Down at the bottom of the site, we have some more info, how you would go about to mint your NFTs and so on, more on that later. None of this information is clickable or it can take you anywhere where you can get more information. So let's check resources. That's really interesting and often says a lot about, what we can expect of this site and if it's real or not. Let's start with going to the help center. So if I search anything at all, let's say, for example, wallet, like I mentioned, that is something we will need. It will take us nowhere. And if I click the categories, it's not linked to anywhere either. So clearly this cannot be taken seriously. And if I click contact support, the page is not found. And then let's take a look at partners. So here they offer affiliate partnership where you would get a commission if you refer another person to this platform. There's no information about how to move on from here either. Nothing is clickable or anything like that. Also could for sure create some suspicion for the most of us. Of course, if you're not familiar with what affiliate marketing is, it's not that easy to know at all times, but please be sure that you have to be able to get more information if you sign up for something like this. So let's continue to the blog. On this blog we have one post, and it was created at the funny hour 0000, and it's a really badly written text, and if you click the supposedly existing links, you don't get anywhere. So this is clearly not a serious provider. Same goes with the author of it, doesn't take you anywhere. So, at what first glance might look serious and, okay design, it moves, some things, there's things on there. If you go a teeny deeper and check the content out, you will see that it is a scam. And if you're looking at the NFTs and are still not sure, just go to the resources pages, to customer support, to FAQs, to blogs, to all the information that you would normally expect on a page that will ask you to invest hundreds and hundreds of dollars to mint your NFTs. This was an HTTPS site, which indicates that it is a secure site from the web hotel provider. So because of this, I knew I could log in. But please never do that if you're not sure of it, like I could do and test this for a minute. But you just have to visit the site, and as long as you don't download anything, you can check it like the way we did just now and see if it looks like a scam or not. It was really easy for me to Google the site's name and see that this is not legit at all. So what would happen then, you might ask yourself, if you go through with it? And how exactly will they scam you? Well, in this case, you log in and register, and to mint, you are asked to connect your digital wallet, which is not anything strange in the world of NFTs and collecting and buying and selling NFTs. And a wallet is a software where you can store cryptocurrency as well as NFTs. So what they would do for sure is ask you to upload, in this case Ethereum, upfront, like he asked me to do, and then they would just steal the cryptocurrency from your wallet and disappear. So in this case, it's mass scamming. Those guys are many, and when I revealed to him that, I knew he was a scammer, he immediately deleted his account, but it pops up new ones immediately. So this is an industry, really. So if you are interested in making your art digital and put it on the blockchain, don't fall for these scammers that DM you from nowhere. It's like in the normal art market, you make connections, you communicate. As a collector, gallery and platform, you make a name for yourself before you reach out. So just to check sites, people's profiles that reach out, and have, your critical glasses on. Even though I know many artists need the money, you want this to be true, but it is really not. If you're not a famous artist, and if you have never launched your art as digital art before, if you're a totally unknown name in the digital art arena, no one will offer you 30 ETH for your artworks. No one is going to pay you out of the blue for an unknown name a blue chip amount for your art, even though we all know it's probably worth that much. But the market doesn't look like that, and in the digital art market arena, it's no difference. So I hope you found this information valuable. Please give us a like and a follow if you found this information interesting, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.